Stadium as we are going to find out who will go home as champions of the Kinder's Texas Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So James Madison's offense will go on the attack first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a double.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a double.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him, and a nice gain offensively here. And this is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option attack.
And the Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. Toss to the outside. Boom. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Firing to the right, complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll run for it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Dukes have their offense in high gear. Leaves it with the back. Picks up the first down. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, James Madison. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And man, did he find a way to close with that 48-yard run for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Tulsa's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Let's talk for just a second here about Tulsa. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive lineman. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Secures it at the 30. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the owner. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll give it to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Now the toss. They could have used a little bit more there. Picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Might be calling a hot route. Trying play action. Lofts one high and deep. Hits him in stride at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Dukes!
Well, they worked the play action, and he had his guy outside one-on-one on the go route, and there was no question who's going to be getting the football on this one. Phenomenal job stacking the defender on the route, who gets in behind him, able to make the catch way down the field, and then run it in for the touchdown.
The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Tulsa wasting no time.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Here's a heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. This offense has it with really good field position. Off the play fake on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Trying to do it on the ground. Gets it past the marker. Oh, he's got some space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
With the run on first and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll send the back in motion. The option look. He'll pitch it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Trying to pick up a first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Trying to get it done with the run here on third and goal. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. It is good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, it's James Madison on top as we've come to the end of the quarter. They jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll leave it with him. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the option. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at football on that play. Tulsa wasting no time. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Here's the pressure. Got his man on the right. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Tulsa comes to the line with a 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Under fire. Short gain on the play before he slides. Tulsa trying to power ahead on 3rd and short. Leaves it with the back. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. Tulsa seems to have the whole playbook working.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Fakes the grab on the left, and he'll be brought down.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
He's up to 81 yards rushing in this game, and he's on his way to a 1,400-yard season.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Looking for room, it's Thomas. Finding an escape route. Nice pickup there, gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. Trying to get the corner. There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Here comes the option. Now the pitch. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit? When he's not scared to come up and tackle. A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it. And as soon as that thing's pitched, you can tell, man, he pulls the trigger and makes the tackle for the loss.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch.
And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, James Madison.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to take off. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, can these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Gets the back moving. Looking to pass. It's Adkins. Throws toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. He's inside the 35. They'll spot it at the 34. Not enough for the first down, and let's see what they do on 4th.
How about that, man? 3rd and long. You know what I'm going to run? Let's see. Long pass. Go route. No, we're going to run the option and try to catch him off guard. And I think they do a little bit, but the defense does a nice job rallying and getting to the play and getting to the pitchman before he gets to the sticks.
Turning it on. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. And the Dukes want to move quickly. To the air on first down. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Goes to the option. Now the toss. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Dukes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll ride his man on the option. Made a defender miss. Touchdown, Dukes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Back to throw, it's Adkins. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Tulsa, 0.
And he'll bring it back. And the returner is stopped. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They believe they can run right here. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Dukes will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. While that first half certainly wasn't what they had in mind, maybe a big comeback is in the offing here in bowl season.
And I think that's a nice way of saying they were awful in the first half. They were terrible. Bowl games, you wonder about motivation. One thing I know, they were clearly not motivated, Palmer.
No, they didn't look focused at all in that first half, David, but this is a team that has a ton of talent. If they can put it here together in the second half, they can close the season out with an exclamation point.
Motion from the back. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. When you've already set your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the returner will be knocked down. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. On the option. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk game. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the back. Pick up of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Trying to pick up a first down. The give to the back. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that.
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And obviously this offense has had their way getting the huge lead. And now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, a quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
James Madison.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
42, Spider.
Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, James Madison! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And he puts through the extra point. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick.
0.
And the low percentage play, the onside kick, bounces out of bounds, and they'll drop the flag.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. Offense in a bunch formation. Wants to go up top on first down. Going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 15. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. On the option. He'll pitch it. Oh, he's got some space. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
And he finds no running room at all, and the third quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the fourth. We've come to the break, and James Madison is on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. He might want another play. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Needed to get to the 45 for the first down. Stopped a little bit short. You'd think this is the go area on fourth down.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
How good has this offense been on fourth down, converting all 3 times, and they're lining up to makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down.
There he goes.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Looking to throw on first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Sends it back in motion. They try to get it outside on the left. Got enough for the first down. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together, back to back to back.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes!
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, James Madison.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing up and took it all the way to the house.
He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Tulsa with the playbook wide open here on second and short. Looking to fire. Lost one deep down the right side. He's got it inside the 25. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down.
And his passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
On third down, he drops to throw. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is so dangerous. He excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Turning it on. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about
it. Here he comes with the return. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. The give on the option. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Finds a man on the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Offense getting set for first down.
Green 25.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Jackson. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Tulsa comes to the line with a 1st and 10.
Man, the tight ends are one of the most versatile guys in the field, and you see it right here. The play action, they're used to blocking, right? Now they slip right by the linebackers, slip to the second level, come open, the quarterback finds them in great rhythm.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller, they don't want any part.
I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party game. A late touchdown.
Dang, good for them. They put together a drive, they got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
21. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the...
Breaks into the open. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season, also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving on it.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. The offense changing the play. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run the toss. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Now on the option. Quick toss. Finds a crease at the 20. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. The Dukes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Now they'll run it on the toss. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. These DBs going to give a little cushion. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to